What is special about Bitcoin? Can it be replaced? How do we know there won't be a better form of money in the future or even today? First, you must understand that money solves the double coincidence of wants. If I make strawberries and you make bananas, in order to trade, I would need bananas at the exact same time you need strawberries. Instead, we will use one tool, known as money, that will be used for savings and trade. That way, I can exchange this one tool for bananas whenever I want, and you can exchange this one tool for strawberries whenever you want, because we both want to hold this one tool as our personal savings. And so the whole point of money is to converge on one common tool for savings and trade. You, as an individual, are trying to pick the money that everyone else will likely pick. Historically, society converges on the tool with the best monetary properties: scarce, fungible, portable, durable, and divisible. Today, Bitcoin has the most superior monetary properties. Immutable scarcity is arguably the most important property. Bitcoin was the first fair, decentralized distribution of a perfectly scarce, decentralized ledger. If all 21 million Bitcoin were mined in the first block, Bitcoin would have failed. That would not have been a fair distribution. Instead, supply was distributed with an exponentially decreasing supply schedule that was distributed over decades, all via proof of work. No Bitcoin was pre-mined by a small select group of people. All Bitcoin was purchased or mined at the current market price. Now, money itself is fascinating. For something to be money, it needs to be both scarce and well distributed. This is kind of a paradox, and Bitcoin solved this with a predetermined proof of work distribution schedule that exponentially decreases over time. This means per unit of energy and time, Bitcoin programmatically becomes more scarce every 4 years, which I would argue helps the price of Bitcoin increase steadily over time. This perpetually increasing scarcity ensures it's not ever too late to buy Bitcoin, whether the year is 2010 or 2050. But there are thousands of cryptocurrencies. How is Bitcoin scarce? Well, individuals within the market want money that is perfectly scarce, meaning you don't want someone to be able to print or debase your money. Since Bitcoin was the first asset that succeeded at creating a credibly fixed supply, we can be assured that the market will focus on only one asset, Bitcoin, to satisfy that need. This is no different than the market focusing on pure gold and disregarding or adjusting down the price of gold alloys and other precious metals. You cannot fool the market by changing the definition of pure gold, just like you cannot fool the market by changing the definition of pure Bitcoin. The market will keep focusing on pure gold to satisfy the need of little dilution. Since Bitcoin's key value proposition is its credibly perfectly fixed supply, its replacement would have to improve upon this notion, which is impossible. You cannot create something more scarce than perfect scarcity. Like the invention of the number zero, Bitcoin is a path-dependent, one-time invention. Its critical breakthrough is the discovery of absolute scarcity. This is from the number zero in Bitcoin by Robert Breedlove. But Bitcoin is not perfect. It could be more scalable, making it more portable, or more private, making it more fungible. What if someone creates a new coin or new technology to do this? Something you hear a lot is this other coin is more scalable or more private. In all cases that I've seen, these coins are accepting various trade-offs. Yes, the coin can do more transactions per second if you increase the block size or the number of blocks, but that makes it more expensive to run a full node and therefore makes it more subject to centralization. There are also some coins that are more private, but maybe those transaction sizes are 10x larger, or the structure of the ledger now doesn't enable trustless verification of a perfectly scarce supply cap, since maybe the balances are hidden and unauditable. So far, every crypto improving Bitcoin is likely just accepting trade-offs for uncertainty elsewhere, making them actually worse than Bitcoin. In addition, most non-Bitcoin cryptocurrencies have some form of pre-mine, which is exactly how you heard about it in the first place. A team of people gave themselves 20%, 50% of the total supply, and then hired a marketing team to go sell their token to the masses that don't know any better. Sometimes they even offer Silicon Valley VCs heavy discounts and small lockup periods to initially distribute the supply, but of course the VCs just inevitably sell the coins after their lockup period. But what if a new technology comes along without any trade-off? It increases scalability or privacy without sacrificing anything else. Well, at the end of the day, Bitcoin is a perfectly scarce ledger that works. That's what makes it good money. Today it uses proof of work in a blockchain. Tomorrow it could use whatever technology is best. If the community learns about this new incredible technology that has absolutely zero trade-offs, then it would be uncontroversial to upgrade the Bitcoin ledger to this new technology that makes Bitcoin more scalable or more private. Maybe this process takes some time as everyone will be rightfully skeptical of anything that actually improves Bitcoin without trade-offs, but Bitcoin can certainly change if the community decides to change it. It just needs to be an incredible change, which may be centuries or more away. So this is all somewhat of a catch-22. If you don't create something better than Bitcoin, then you need to do a pre-mine, raise money, build a marketing arm, and then it's obviously not quite decentralized like Bitcoin. If you do create something better than Bitcoin, then that technology will just eventually be rolled into Bitcoin itself. And again, what makes Bitcoin unique is it was the first decentralized, perfectly scarce ledger that was distributed through proof of work over decades of time. This enabled Bitcoin to bootstrap itself from zero, build its initial network effects, and begin the monetization process all over the world. Just like improving the number zero, it's impossible to improve a perfectly scarce ledger, which is the core value proposition of Bitcoin as money.